Good afternoon and welcome. We are on the MSC Seashore at this moment, Embarkation Day. Well, it started out not super terrible as we got here.
It was our first time in Port Canaveral. No, we did it 30 years ago, 40, I think 20 years ago. Right?
120 years ago. No.
We did it 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
20 years ago, right. But this was the first time since we started back traveling.
First time in quite some time we've been here, and this is actually a new terminal as well. This would be Terminal 10, where the MSC Seashore is housed. It was fairly orderly, drop off. Porter met us right there, took our bags.
Yeah, that was amazing. I mean, he literally opened up the trunk and took the stuff out of the trunk.
Lovely. So far, so good. And we were off. We got in line. All the lines moved along relatively quickly. To be honest, it's not quite like other cruises that we've been on, but it was quicker than I thought it would be. It was under an hour to get on board ship, and once we got on, the announcement was made that the staterooms were ready. So we reported directly here.
It's a little confusing because they give you one instructions. She told me when we went and checked in, go straight to your cabin and pick up your keys at hanging at cabin door, which we did the same thing at Holland America. The keys were waiting there. But then when we got on board, they made the announcement, oh, your cabins are ready. So I don't know, maybe she had more pertinent, newer information than the people on board did. But so we came straight to the cabin. This is a confusing ship to me. Yeah. It's very confusing.
It's much larger than we've been on. At this point, I'm not certain the exact amount. I think it's about 4,500 folks that it holds, which is more than double the largest one that we've been on so far. We knew it was going to be this way. We really wanted to try it, see what it was like, and we found out in very short order. What was the first thing you noticed?
People.
Yeah.
Lots and lots and lots of people.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
There was noise, there was confusion, there was no place to escape people and noise.
Yeah, and 3 to 5 people deep at a bar was the first thing that I noticed, which was for anybody who's not traveled in larger ships, if you've been in the smaller ship, you're not used to seeing the 5 and 6 deep. But we kind of knew, we kind of expected that. Yeah. But then we got to the cabin and we had a problem opening the door.
Someone had a problem opening the door. It seemed to work perfectly fine for me, but I know you loosened it for me. Nah, it was a sticky door. You could hear the click when you put your card up to it, and you really had to get leverage and push down on the handle really hard to get it to open. It seemed like.
We have an inside cabin for this journey. It's a short. I don't know if we even said it. It's a short.
It's a short Bahamian cruise. It's 4 days, 3 nights. It's literally going to 2 ports, round trips to Port Canaveral, which is our home port. So
we're all about girls' weekend away, guys' weekend away, bridal showers, bachelorette parties, bachelor parties, family gathering where you just love to be out and drink and party. This is your cruise. This really is your cruise. This is a fun cruise for people that like that and are not afraid of crowds. Not afraid, but just not that are comfortable in crowds.
I like to say everybody has what I'll call a cruise profile. Everybody stopped and thought about what cruising meant to them and what you wanted in a cruise. If you go down these lists, you start to find out which line caters to you and which lines don't. You start to find out which ships and which itineraries cater to you and which ones don't. this particular ship and this particular itinerary caters to a little bit more boisterous, we'll call it a party atmosphere. Nothing wrong with that.
No.
It's just something much different than we had experienced.
Big about having a party, big about being out and away and just having a really good time. This is your ship. This definitely is your ship. I mean,
but we decided we're going to get the most out of these few days, and we decided to go to the show last night. The Madison Theater is where we went to, which is it wasn't a bad venue. There were a lot of people in there. It was jam full. You did need reservations.
Yeah, so key to Seashore or MSC, you do need to make reservations for the shows.
So this happened to be a magic act.
It was not world class. Tried very hard. He did a couple of really good tricks, but it went a little bit longer than I think it needed to, and a lot of people started leaving right towards the end, like the last 10 minutes of his show.
Yeah, a number of times we had to get up and let people out, but I unless there's some overriding circumstance that I can't, even if it's not the best, I'll stay.
Yeah, we did. We stayed until the end.
There's a lot of energy. He was running around and he was having fun, and there were some people that were having fun. I'm not gonna say it was a bad show. It was okay.
We bought the drink package.
It was 3 hours. I was trying to get a drink for 3 hours.
Yeah, for 3 hours and never was served.
It was when other bars that were open, you go and you'd stand 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 deep. Looking at this, and every ship that we've been on, the staff really does a great job, and they really work hard. And I would never in any ways want to denigrate them. That's not what I'm doing here. I truly believe this is not a staff issue, it's a staffing issue.
Yeah.
Venues where you have 300 people clamoring for a drink, and you've got 2 bartenders, and you've got
two waiters.
1 or 2 wait staff.
Yeah.
There's no way that they're going to be able to serve all those people. So I'm not blaming them, but I will blame the management at the cruise line for not staffing appropriately. They're working those people to death, and I don't.
No, these are purely corporate decisions being made by corporate executives who are not on the ground. I'm going to be honest. I mean, I work in the corporate world. I know that these are decisions that are made in a boardroom somewhere or made over a spreadsheet. And these poor people are working their tail off. And you could see it on their faces. They're tired. They're trying their best. They're gracious. They're very lovely individuals, but they are so far overworked. This is probably the worst that we've seen a crew in anything that we've taken so far. Mm-hmm. And I feel really bad. And I don't want to inconvenience them. And but they're they're trying to get a task done. And I really do think that the guest to staff ratio is not right. They need to reevaluate, because for me, customer service is king. Guests have to be happy. They're coming, they're paying their hard-earned money. They need to be happy. They need to be served. As far as day one, on the disappointing side,
wanted to try a shorter, we'll call it economy cruise line, economy cruise, a lower price point, and see what we could do without some of the frills. We still did get not the highest, but the middle drink package, because I figured we could get our value out of it. We'll see. We're keeping count. I'm going to do an analysis.
Let's just say this is day 2, and we have hit some bars.
We have. We hit them early. Here's a tip. There's a couple of the bars that are open at 6 in the morning. So
I didn't let him drink at 6 in the morning.
I had to wait until 8, but it was 5 o'clock somewhere.
We did not. We had coffee at 8. We had breakfast at 8. Anyway, stay tuned for day 2. Again, this is the MSC Seashore.
Yes.
The theme of the ship is New York. So we'll have more to say, more to show you.
There's some interesting stuff.
There's some wonderful venues that we're really excited about tonight's venue. And then we're going to do a specialty dining tonight. So it's just more to come. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up.
Share too.
Share.
Up,
yes, definitely share. We want to grow the channel. So thank you all so much for joining us.